Meet Wendy. Like many other Boston residents, she is tired of living with roaches.
I've heard stories about this apartment before we moved here that you used to open the front door and it was a lot worse. There'd be tons of roaches on the wall that just scatter from the light.
These creepy crawlers aren't just ugly, they also trigger asthma and allergies. Pesticide sprays are the quick and dirty solution. But recent studies now show the most popular of these products are just as dangerous.
Today, with asthma being rampant, epidemic proportions in Boston, we have people who are much more sensitive to pesticides, but also pests in their environment. It's been an escalating adventure with pesticides.
The adventure takes place in South Boston public housing, where Don teaches residents like Wendy to use every solution possible before sprays.
Sticky traps are a good way to, they don't give you control, they give you information. So that we teach pest control people, we teach the residents also, anybody can put these out. I often make an analogy to working with a doctor. If you go to see the doctor, you don't expect the doctor is going to look at you, hand you medication, and say go home. The doctor will do an examination, perhaps run some tests, they come up with a diagnosis and a treatment strategy. Well, it's similar in pest control. That we'll inspect a home, we'll come to some type of determination how extensive the infestation is, and then come up with the treatment strategies.
They were a lot worse, but they have improved.
How long ago were they bad?
About 8 months ago. They were really bad. You open the cabinets, they fall out at you. You have to be careful, especially when I'm cooking. When I'm cooking is the hardest part because I have to make sure I have covers on everything. Because with the steam and the smell of the food, the roaches come out a lot and they try to get your food, and no, that's not a good thing.
What did you do to change that?
Pest control was coming once a week.
Yep.
They were coming once a week and I was cleaning up like I always do. But the fact that they were here once a week pulling out different things, putting more bait down, I think that's what helped.
Well, there's a lot of ignorance about what we do. Some people think that we have magic wands and can just walk in and, like a Pied Piper, have the pests follow us out and expect that they're going to be totally annihilated by the time we leave.
The type of pest control that Don advocates does not annihilate roaches. It aims to keep them at bay while limiting the use of toxic sprays that harm residents and their children.
The typical or conventional way of doing business would be, as they call it, you spray and you pray. And it's basically putting this product, whether it's a bomb or a mist, it will just go all over the home.
I used to use Raid, the spray, the Raid and all that until when the new pest control watch-all started coming, they told me don't use none of it because it affects the bait that they put down. So it was hard because I used to take my can of Raid when I see them somewhere and then wipe them out and clean it up and throw it away. But I've stopped all that because I see that the bait that they use, it does work. It's got to be constant.
New research shows sprays can remain in furniture and carpets for years after use, possibly causing childhood cancer and birth defects when pregnant women are exposed. Don's method of pest management is different because it works by blocking entrances for pests and substituting sprays with baits and gels.
These are solvable problems, and that it doesn't take a lot of effort, but it does take cooperation with one another. I know how to kill pests. I enjoy doing it, but I get greater enjoyment, mental satisfaction out of it, talking to groups and how they can improve themselves and make for a more sustainable living, a healthier living.
Get some candy?
With pest management, Boston residents can reject the quick fix and create a healthier environment for their families. For Science Metropolis, this is Joseph Caputo.
9.